Hi, church. We wanted to take a moment to talk about a really important issue, and that's the COVID vaccines. It seems like every day more and more people are presented with the opportunity for vaccination. In our church, we have a number of folks who are already fully vaccinated. There are those of us who are ready to take the shot as soon as it's offered. But we also know that there are some of you in our church family who are not so sure. Maybe you're worried about the safety issues with the vaccines, or whether it's necessary anymore as the total number of new cases trends down. We are blessed to have an expert in our congregation whose character and competence we can trust. She has graciously agreed to help us navigate this issue. Her name is Dr. Helen Goodridge. Dr. Goodridge, would you tell us a little bit about your area of expertise and what you've been doing over the last year?
Well, Pastor Rick likes to call me Dr. G, but you're welcome to call me Helen. But yes, I'm a research scientist at Cedars-Sinai Medical Center, and I've been studying the immune system for more than 20 years. And over the past year, I've been involved in research investigating why some people get very severe COVID-19 disease, while others have milder disease or even no symptoms at all. And recently, we've begun to study how different people respond to the COVID vaccines.
Thank you so much, Helen. You've been so generous with your time in providing us some concise, helpful answers to the most common questions that folks have about the vaccines. We're including those answers for our church community as well as some links to other resources on our website. So for those of you who want to know how the vaccines work, a little bit more about safety and side effects, or even some of the ethical implications, we hope you'll check out what Helen has to say on our website. But for the person who just wants to know, is it safe? Helen, in your expert opinion, what guidance would you offer?
Well, it's a really important question, and the safety of the vaccines has been evaluated very thoroughly during the clinical trials and continues to be monitored now that the vaccines have been authorized for widespread use, not just by the FDA, but by regulatory bodies around the world. And so nearly 300 million people have now received a COVID vaccine worldwide, including more than 80 million people here in the US. And so there's a lot of data about the safety and also the efficacy of these vaccines. Now, there are some subsets of the population for whom there's not so much data at the moment. And so pregnant women, for instance, might want to have a conversation with their doctor about whether it's advisable for them to be vaccinated at this point. And the clinical trials in children have only begun recently, so the vaccines aren't yet authorized for children. There may also be people who have known allergies against components of some of the vaccines, and so it's important for them to have conversations with their doctor as well. And there may be others, for instance, people who have very suppressed immune systems for whom the vaccines might not work so well for them at the moment. But for the vast majority of us, these vaccines have been shown to be very safe and very effective. And so I would encourage anyone who is able to be vaccinated to take that opportunity. It will protect you and your loved ones, and it will also protect the vulnerable members of our communities as well. And I really believe that having these vaccinations gives us an opportunity to share the love of Christ with our neighbors.
Thanks so much, Helen. God bless, church.